Hi, this is Stold. Welcome, and today we're playing a little Grixis Rats. Bringing it back, because we want to do... I mean, maybe we should have more Warwicks, but this is a legendary creature, so having more of them, we could have 4 in there, but I think it's just 4 is too many. But we're kind of centered around Wick, the Whorled Mind, 3 mana, 1 black, 2/4 creature. When it enters or another rat enters, you make a 1/1 snail if you don't control a snail. Otherwise, you put a +1/+1 counter on a snail you control. And then you could pay blue, black, and red, sack it to deal damage equal to the sacrifice creature's power, and then you draw cards equal to that creature's power. So if it's a power of 3, you draw 3 cards for 3 mana. Pretty great deal. So that's kind of like the idea of why we're going Grixis with the rats. We don't even have the other rat in there. I just noticed it. We don't even have Wren in here. Which maybe we should? I don't know. Maybe it got taken out. So it wasn't good. But we're going with, Twisted Sewer Rich. We're going with Skitterbean, to make the rats. And we're doing a little bit of, kind of using the colors as they're intended, right? So we got the rat catcher's pest problem to make 2 little rats, and then it could come out itself as a creature, is fine. But we got the multi-collapse to kill a creature. Got some Song of Totuzan to make a bunch of little rat tokens, and the idea behind that is you kind of get a big snail that you could attack in with or sacrifice. That's kind of the idea. And sure, you could go 4 of these, but the whole idea of this is instant speed. 2 rats come down, pump up the snail, maybe surprise them. Maybe they're not expecting it. And then also, you get 3 bodies for this one because you get a 2/1 first striker, possibly. And then for the blue cards, the rats are just all the rats. But like the blue cards, we're going with the Gossip's Talent. When a creature you control enters, you surveil one, so it's a great way. I got some other ideas to use this talent pretty aggressively, because on level 2, when you attack, target attacking creature power 3 or less can't be blocked. And then when you level it up, if it deals damage, you can exile it, return to the battlefield, and so basically you blink a creature. We basically wanted to utilize the Rotcaller and be able to attack in freely, so if we have a level 2 talent out, and we have the Rotcaller on board, it could attack in every turn and not be blocked. So that's a pretty good deal. And then we're going with the splash portals to exile our creatures. And since we're going with 2 Valley Flood Callers, all of our non-creature spells have flash, so that basically turns this into an instant spell that we can protect our creatures with and draw a card. Everything that we have is a rat or an otter or a snail, I guess, but we're not going to be blinking the snail because that'll just exile it. And then we're going with 2 curates to surveil some more. The idea being, we need to be able to put stuff into the graveyard for the Marsh Stalker. And yeah. And then, to go along with the blink spell, we got some informants in there to blink those out. A little Bitter Triumph for some more discard and surveilling type of situation. Right. So we had the blinkers, we got the surveilling, we got more surveilling. Like when you Song of Totuzan, you can definitely get up to 7 mana, no problem. And then most of our creatures, at least the important ones, are toughness above 3. Right? Most of them are above 3, so we're going with 3 Malicious Eclipses, so we could just wipe their board and then, get a good swing in. We're also going with some Terror Tides because we are going a lot of graveyard hate, and, maybe we should put 1 Wren in. Do we have them in? Surprised we don't have a Wren in. I don't know if we should do a Wren. Do we do a Wren? 1 splash border for a Wren? Do it. Let's do it. Because he's fine with exile, right? He exiles stuff. Where X is the number of creatures opponents controls that were exiled. So having the Malicious Intent is pretty good. And that would be pretty good. Yeah, let's just go 1 of those. And then we're also going with the Coiling Rebirth as our reanimation spell. And we can gift a card so then we can get 2 of them. And that's basically for the Twisted Sewer Rich combo is we'll get 2 Twisted Sewer Witches out. It'll put Wicked Rolls on your rats, and then when the second one comes out, it'll put those Wicked Rolls again, and those will get discarded, so you'll do, you know, damage equal to the number of rats. We're kind of trying out that little combo, and, you know, we're doing all that milling, so we got Persistent Mill, Marsh Stalker. We're going with 4 escape tunnels for the rock collar to help out with that, and then also just a way to fill our graveyard. You know, we can search up lands that we need to get the 3 colors that we're looking for. Let's get in some games, see how we do. So we're gonna want to look for blue. I think we'll just do that right away. And I almost want to put the talent out before the informant. It's a tough call. I wonder if we have enough basics in the deck for all those fables. Might have to look at that at the end of the video and adjust them. But if we get the talent out, we could surveil when we cast this one. And maybe draw into something else. And then we could escape tunnel on 3 when we're not doing nothing else. I guess we'll Fable on 3. And then we could Whorled Mind. Some type of artifact build. Whew. We'll keep that on top. Oh. I guess if you didn't like the card, you could have shuffled. The trainee's really great with the Wick. They're probably on a Simulacrum deck. They could just have Counterspell, which is fine. What do we need more of? Black, red. Let's take the red, I guess. He might have a Counterspell. That's fine. Make him use it. We can get it back later. Yep. So we really want to pump this up, actually. Maybe we should just prioritize that. Start doing that, though. Think escape tunnel, maybe? I wonder if we should put like 1 tiny bones in here just for habit, you know? No. Get the double blue, I guess, just as a fake out. I don't know. And then I think we surveil as well. I don't know what they're holding in their hand. They're waiting for better creatures. That's great. Okay. I wonder if they have another one in their hand. I wonder if they have another one in their hand. escape tunnel. Man, we could just blink Wick and keep pumping. So they're just looking for a simulacrum? Yes. Do we song 1, 2, 3, 4? Song for 4? Do they have a counter spell? That's the question. One, two, three, four. Let's see it. I don't need that. Meh. Meh. That's good. I mean, they have to do something about the board, right? Is that this one? Take action? Decline, decline, decline. You gotta be careful of which one you're doing. So this does damage creature's power to each opponent, then draw cards equal to the sacrifice creature's power. So we need 1, 2, 3. So we need 1 mana. Right? Do we need 1 mana? Two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, maybe we didn't even need to do it, but that's the deck. Got some lands. Got a Marshstalker. On 2. Maybe Skitter on 3 if we draw another land. They have some lands. We can get our red mana. We can get red mana with Fable. Definitely Marshstalker on 1. On 2. Would like to hold the demolition field if I get another land draw. 2 or fewer. Looks good. So we can curve out in the Skitter. They're playing white. Outlaw Medic. How important is it to keep this Marshstalker alive? I don't think so. I don't think it's that big a deal. They're probably Sunfall deck, control deck. That's what that signals to me. And so we need as much pressure as we can. Get the red mana. Could just be mono white control. Now this is instant speed, so we could do this on their turn. And we still hold up Bitter Triumph. They could have a Biza. I'll pay 3 life. We can't do the trainee, but we can do it again next turn. I can't imagine. I think the life gain's more important to them, right? Although we could have attacked with a bunch of rats. We are at 3 cards in the graveyard. Not enough. It's pretty nice. Yes, vigilance. I do have double black. Still 1 mana short of casting the Ratcatcher trainee. I want full value for it. We're at 4 cards in the graveyard. So then we could trainee on my turn. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then Song of Totems on for 4. Are you kidding me, dude? Just full removal in your hand. Is this 4? Oh, maybe I needed to mill myself. Oh, I made a mistake. A mistake. I messed up. Maybe I need a double red. I don't know. Made a mistake. Oh, I should have milled myself. Forgot what deck I was playing. I'm almost dead. So if they have another removal spell. Messed up there. They're just playing all basics. Maybe I just messed up again. To auto-equip something? Why you put the boots on it? Should equip the boots. Would have won. Yeah. Removal spell? Got nothing. Yeah. Messed up. I messed up. Although I think they had all the answers. That one turn I milled. I messed up. I should have milled myself. Always mill yourself. Good to know. Yep. I guess I'm going red, although blue would be better. I added in some more lands and some more. Want to put 4 copies of the Eclipse, just because. You got the 1 otter out. Right? Rats or Pyrexians? Toxics? Toxic. Come on, dude. I should discard, right? I don't know. I just don't want to get any toxic. Oh, good thing I added more lands in there. It's really helping out. So they're not a proliferation thing? I don't even know what that one does. Oh, it makes a mite. Do I want a rat? I only have 5. I want a rat when we can... We need a rat. I guess I messed up, huh? Thanks. Are you reanimating stuff? Five? Destroy a non-creature, non-land permanent with mana value 1. I think I'll just do the Flood Caller, I guess. I think I'll Flood Caller. Because this does +1/+1 to rats. And then Molten Collapse becomes an instant. Or we can Song of Totensan as an instant, or Curate as an instant. The problem is we don't have enough mana. Right. No mana. Greedy. Greedy, greedy, greedy. 6. Eat that guy. And we'll just do it again. Oh shoot. I wasn't even paying attention to his life total. Jesus. Still struggling with the lands. Even at 25. So I went from 22 to 25. I do feel like I want more curates or something in there. So the idea is you want more creature spells. Maybe we need more of the otter thingy. I'm not sure like if this one's the best one, but it just plays so well with the talent. Ooh yeah. White. Now if we can get the talent down. I don't know if we want this guy down next turn. It's a good question. Curating. We're making a long decision. We're putting out the informant next turn. Unless we get the talent. What the hell is this? And you gonna fight me? You fighting people? Man, that Flood Caller is gonna come in super clutch, I think. If only we get like 2 more lands. So if we get a land next turn on tap, we can cast these 2, and then we get a land the following turn because of the curate. We could curate at the draw step. I think we have to attack. They are gonna pump their tokens, right? Look at this. Target creature and then another creature, right? Everything they have is like pump, 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 pump. Oh, he didn't block. Oh, put a stop here. Does it mean? I think this seems suspect of some type of spell. Right. I want to curate before we draw. Because 1, I need to get stuff in the graveyard if possible, and 2, I want to ensure a land. Demolition Field is a land. Oh, I got 2 lands. With a red source, I think. And then we attack in. We're set up for next turn for a complete blowout. Actually, I want to keep that guy alive. I should keep my guys alive. This is the same way, but then I guess they would live. Four cards in the graveyard. I guess they won't come in and attack. Could attack with a reef and mill ourselves. That was the one game, I don't know if I cut it or not, but I didn't mill myself. There's the Johnny. Should be 3+1/+1 counters. Oh, you're going for the emblem, huh? You kind of throw a wrench in my plan, but I got... Do I have one turn? That's the question. So trade for a rat? Do I want to trade for a rat? I should just kill him, right? It's the same way on the other side, right? Instead of doing it on their turn when they're attacking me, I'm gonna do it on my turn while they're blocking, right? Another flood collar is pretty good. So we get flood collar and better triumph, or we could just March Stalker. Season of the Burrow sucks. So we don't want to get this flood collar out. They're mana short. Bang. We just attack his face, I guess. Oh, did I mess up? I think I messed up. Well, that's a mistake on your part. Discard a card. I think I want to search for land to get a blue source. I feel like you always need it. Oh, they're short on lands. My turn. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, I guess you're blocking that rat. Or you're not blocking the rat. Oh, I got 3 of them in there. Take 3. It's not that powerful, but it might have another indestructible. Autopay looks good. Autopay looks good. 2 5/5s. Okay. Again, Season of the Lost. Both the rats. Okay. But now what? Now what do you do? You have to get rid of the season if you have a way to stay alive, right? Okay. Okay. That'll do it. Moist hot dog. See you later. The rats and the flood collar. Perfect pair. Alright, and we're back. So I did make a few changes. I did have to add in some extra lands. I don't know if I had to add them in, but I went up to 25 lands just because it seemed like I was always needing lands. I went up with some more malicious eclipses, and we still have the Terror Tides in there. So there is a, in theory, if you cast one spell, if you have the Flood Caller out before you cast the Molten Collapse, or Malicious Escape, Molten Collapse. What the hell am I talking about? This is a Molten Collapse. The Malicious Escape. So if you cast one spell before you cast that with the Flood Caller out, you'll get +1 triggers to your rats, and then you get another +1 trigger, so your rats would survive. So that's a way that they could survive if you have that. And, that's why we're going with this over the Song of Tosazan. Well, I guess everything has haste, has flash if the flood caller's out. But yeah, I made those changes. It seemed to be doing a lot better. Just with the lands, I went up 1 on the cure rates as well. I did take Vren out again. It's just don't have enough removal, and the removal we have is enough to just push us through to damage. So it's just like, this is like a cool card, cool concept, but we're killing the opponent before that comes into play. And I did go down 1 on the Coiling Rebirth and 1 on the Twisted Sewer, which it could be an even argument to take that out, maybe. Not the Rebirth, but maybe just do 2 Rebirths, maybe. I do like that, have that little combo in there. If you have a big wide board and you just pop down the Witch, can really end the game. It's just a really good finisher. And then the Rebirth, being able to get back the Flood Caller, or just being able to get Wick back and not giving them the gift. Obviously you want to give them the gift if you want to get something good like the Flood Caller, or maybe the Rot Caller, where you're doubling up, or the Marstalker. Like, we don't even have the bird in there, right? Like, the bird would be pretty sweet with the Marstalker and stuff. But yeah, we got a couple cards that we're really interested in and pursuing some more of. In the Flood Caller, so much stuff you can do on the opponent's turn to trick them, and people aren't ready for it. That your stuff's going to untap and get +1/+1 counters. And then the Gossip's Talent, just being able to attack in unblockable with a power 3 or less. Just with the Otters is just the first. Any prowess deck is just going to love that card. But also, Tiny Bones. I didn't squeeze them in there. Maybe I'll put a Tiny in there for you guys. Put a Tiny Bones in there for you guys and 1 less cure rate. Just for the fun. Unblockable Tiny Bones that could cast stuff from the opponent's graveyard. Might be okay. Yeah. But, we have the Molten Collapse in there. It's a sorcery speed, but, if you get the Flood Caller out, then it becomes an instant speed removal. And, I don't really know what the Descended part, but you can destroy a non-creature, non-land permanent with mana value 1 or less. I don't know what the hell that is. Mana value 1? Like Candlestick, or I guess this case thing that people play is an option. Combat Research or something. The Case of the Unancient Feast, I guess, is one. So that could help. I mean, ideally you would go up more on the removal, but it's just really hard. And I think you got to keep the creature count up. It's at 19. You really need the rats. It's really important to have the rats, because you need the rats in order to bring back the Persistent Marchstalker from the graveyard. And then also you need the rats for the Rot Caller to be able to do some extra damage. So we don't really want to go down with that. Maybe if you guys are running into a lot of removal or a lot of creatures and stuff that you're having problems with, maybe you go up on some of the Molten Collapse and Bitter Triumph card that I can never remember the name of. But yeah, this has been told. This is my Grixis rants. Really liking the Wick. I mean, maybe you don't even care about the sacrifice part. Maybe you can just ditch blue. I don't know, the few things that we got going on are working really great, and I think it's kind of worth it for to have those extra color problems, right? It's just really good, important stuff. The trainee, you'll be surprised, just instant speed rats, so you can give stuff +2/+2, right? Or +1/+1, and then you can surveil 2 on the opponent's turn, right? And, being able to do the curate on your upkeep, before you draw is, pretty good little idea there, and get to showcase that a little bit. But yeah, there's been told, like and subscribe. See you next time.